What's poppin' North Idaho and what is good rest of the world? It's your man Tyler C. Hey man, first and foremost, and this is the community experiment. First, I'm hyped up right now. First and foremost, let me just go ahead and say this. Thank you for all the love y'all been giving me with the TED Talk. It feels great to have so many people proud of me. I just hope y'all feel the same when you actually hear the talk. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of hype around them pictures right now, but as soon as that talk come out, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. Actually, I'm waiting to hear what you got on that little ass jacket for. What's wrong with you? Why your lips so crusty? I'm waiting for all them comments to come through, but it's okay right now. I'm living up this love. I'm living up all the, it's amazing to have your third cousin that you ain't never really met say, baby, I'm proud of you. Do what the Lord has put on your heart. Speak truth. Thank you. You don't know what I said on the TED Talk, but you giving me every bit of credit that I would hope for. You know what I mean? Guys, this week on the podcast, sorry for not putting out a podcast last week. Sorry for not putting out vlogs that much, but lots been going on, to be quite honest, and I wanted to spend a little time with the family. This week on the podcast, though, we're going to break down the TED Talk just a little bit. I'm not going to talk about what I spoke about as much, but just the process and what that looks like. And also, I want to speak more about what the future of the podcast looks like. A lot of different things going on with the podcast. Hey, if you did not listen to the Women to Women podcast that we put out last week with Shannon Loring and Annie Siemens, make sure y'all go listen to that one. It's a really, really good one. We had a really good time recording that. So make sure y'all go check that out. Links in the description. But also, man, we want to do a whole lot. We want to do live shows. We want to, as far as like the community experiment, we want to continue to open it up to different folks that the Lord has put on our hearts to speak to you guys, to walk you guys through certain stories in a different way than what I could walk you through those stories with. So I really hope that y'all keep an eye on the podcast. That's like the heart of everything we do is the podcast. I actually have to remind myself of that sometimes, that the podcast is the bread and butter. But we also I want to learn how to do more on the production side of the podcast, of like giving people opportunities to host a show so I can be behind the scenes learning how to do better when it comes to audio and do better when it comes to just the quality of the podcast. So be looking out for that. A whole lot. Again, man, thank you so much for all the love from the TED Talk. I really did feel at home on that stage. Huge shout out to anybody who was in the audience that day who bought a $55 ticket, a $40 ticket. What was it, $55? $55 ticket. Listen, if you want, you could have just handed me $55. I could put it in my pocket and we could have went from there. I didn't get no money from the TED Talk, but hopefully good things come out of this TED Talk experience. Another thing, man, I want to say is like, I did the TED Talk, I was trying to do the TED Talk in like, there for a little bit. I had everything written out and I wanted to do the TED Talk in the TED Talk cadence, but this is not a TED Talk, ladies and gentlemen. It's the TEDx platform, but I'm not a TED Talk guy. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are definitely going to be getting Tyler C with this TEDx talk. It's definitely not like a super polished public speaker version of Tyler C. It is the Tyler C that you would get in a conversation. And that was the beauty. That's like one of the cool things that I love about the TED Talk format is the intimacy between yourself and the audience. And they definitely got intimate with me that day. Hopefully, I tried to stay on script as much as possible. And then afterwards, after we watched it, my wife was saying, not as much, bro, not as much. So shout out to everybody who's going to be editing that video. It's going to be out here in a few weeks. As soon as it comes out, make sure I'll just keep an eye on our social media. I will try to get that plugged out as much as possible. Let you guys know when you can actually listen and view it on you. It'll be on YouTube, and you'll see plenty of links. A lot of people have been asking, how can we listen to the TED Talk? Well, it'll be on YouTube in a few weeks. You'll be able to listen to it and watch it. You'll be able to see my little baby Blazer. I can't wait to read these comments. Not only I'm not worried about any comments, but I'm gonna put the comments in 3 categories. You're gonna have like intellectuals who are gonna look down on it. You're gonna have cool folks who are just like supportive, just like good job, bro. And then you'll have black people. And black people are gonna be like, first of all, your lips is white. Second of all, good job, young brother, good job. But that little ass blazer needs to go somewhere else. Third of all, your sweatshirt's lazy. But they'll also be like, yo, you did your thing, young man. Good job. That's the mix that you get. Like, that's one of the things that I like miss from the black community, since there's not a whole lot of black folk around Coeur d'Alene. It's like that ratchet righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Like, good job, we proud of you, but your breath still stinks. I could smell it from the stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, good job, brother. You out here speaking the word of truth, but your shoes is dusty. Praise God for what the Lord has put on your heart, but why didn't you put any lotion on your ankles? You out here with no socks on, but I had on no-show socks. First of all, we don't wear no-show socks. You out here with white ankles. You like you been busting bricks with your knuckles. Why couldn't you put no lotion? But you did what the Lord told you to do, beloved, and bless you for that. I can't wait to listen to these comments, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready for it. I shouted out all types of people. You're not supposed to be doing no shout outs on no TED Talk. But listen, I'm not getting ready to act like nobody but Tyler C, okay? And if you're offended by that, if you don't want to watch that, man, this TED Talk ain't for you. A big hope that I have for this, though, is for a lot of people who don't watch TED Talks, who don't really care to look at that. I hope that this talk is like an entry point into watching other TED Talks. I really hope that happens, man. But listen, once again, man, thank y'all so much for the love. Thank you so much for everybody who was a volunteer at the TEDx event. Thank you so much for your help. Shout out Dr. Ryan Bones. Shout out to Mr. Eric Edmonds. Shout out to all the volunteers. Shout out to all the cool speakers that we got to meet. Dan Cummings was there. Ben Greenfield. All types. I mean, like, those are like the big names that some people might know, but like the local people here that are just like, you know, we still kind of having conversations even after the fact, man. It's been real tight, man. I really am thankful for the opportunity to come and speak in front of that many people. 300 people, man. That was dope. And it's kind of addicting. I'm gonna try to do an open mic this Wednesday over in Spokane, just because it was so addicting, but we'll see what'll happen. I kind of like getting in front of crowds of people, not because it's like hype Tyler up, because I feel comfortable talking in front of people. So we'll see if that's what the Lord has for me, man. I know it won't be in front of people talking like no, professional, but I really hope that the Lord uses me in a way that I get to just be myself and joke around and inspire and encourage people, man. That's what I'm here for. My mom told me the other day, she showed some old friends of our family. Y'all see me almost die just now. She told me she showed some of our friends of our family some of my old Uncle Tyler videos, man, and they was cracking up, and they just needed that laughter. And y'all know that's what I do this for, man. I'm out here trying to bring life to the people in a joyous and happy way. You know what I mean? I could be pissed off all the time preaching the gospel, but I'm just trying to be myself and be the person that God has created me to be, and also show some light. You know what I'm saying? Salt to the world, put a little sprinkle on it. E40's out here. Let me just stop there. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, man. We will talk to y'all next week. Make sure you look out for the podcast this week. Another thing that they told me on the rehearsal was you need to slow down when you talk because you talk too fast. Well, this one's for the Ville. Deuces, y'all. We'll talk to y'all next time. Peace. Deuce. Peace.